Naruto 625. Your comments, part 4. Ashley loves Manny. No, you're right. When Tobirama told his brother that Madara can't be the first Hokage while Madara was listening, he made Madara think twice and made him realize that this was not going to work because Hashirama didn't defend Madara. He was more, yeah, you're right, and that's when Madara changed. Well, okay. Well, let me throw a little bit more in here. Okay, Tobirama didn't say that he couldn't be Hokage. He said it's going to be democracy. Okay? And we've already discussed, Hashirama evidently really didn't, at that point, try to dissuade everyone from voting for him. So, I mean, he was the number one guy. I think he could have done, you know, his popularity and everything. If anybody could have done it, Hashirama could have done it. Okay. So I think everybody knew his full commitment to peace and everything. But so on that point, you're right. Or at least I agree with you. It doesn't make you right because I agree or disagree. But anyway, yeah, he didn't defend him. Hashirama didn't do everything that he could to make Madara. But Madara taking off like that, going emo and just running off, some people seem to think that's cool. I just don't. I don't see that. Anyway, I really do appreciate the comment. And let's see. Okay. Panama notice. He says how to say his name. I guess I'm right. Panama notice. I think Madara's own people drew the hatred within him to make him evil. Tobirama once said that when the Uchiha has more hatred, they become more powerful. I guess his own people gave him that hatred. It's a cycle within their own clan. Oh, it could be. I appreciate the comment. Voice to voiceless. I expected Madara to stop Hashirama. To me, it was clear that he was testing his dreams' convictions. It was a smart test. If he had killed his brother, then you couldn't trust his dream of wanting to protect his own. And if he wasn't going to kill himself, then him claiming that the Senju needed Uchiha for alliance was a lie. Because it would mean Hashirama believed he was more important to the future. It was a smart, very smart test in my opinion, and Hashirama passed it, and yes, I hate Tobirama. That should probably be a hashtag to everyone's comments. Because even people that see value in Tobirama see he's a piece of garbage. So there we go. Oh man. Alright, let's see. DT Ninja 831. I really like this chapter. We saw Hashirama's true character even more. You have to have gutsy shinobi willing to sacrifice himself instead of his clan and friends. The humble shinobi giving hope to others who have little and even recommended Madara as the first leader of the village. The honorable shinobi trying to bring his shattered family and clan back together. It's no wonder Madara respects him. That's true. What was this? He was the person that he respected and hated the most. So there you are. I think the hate part is more jealousy because he just couldn't beat him. And let's see. DT Ninja 831 continues. It was very interesting because the visual jutsu purpose can be interpreted in different ways. One creates life and the other destroys it. Yin yang. I think Madara will kill Hashirama like Tobirama killed Izuna. Wound him badly in battle and he dies later. I wonder how Sasuke will react after learning that Tobirama caused most of this. Great review and keeping up the good work. Well, I appreciate it, but yeah, that's going to be very interesting. We have so much to look forward to. This is going to be an exciting last year or so of Naruto. Needless to say. Alright, let's see. Freshman Chris 7. Madara just wants his people to be in good hands, but they don't believe his story about Tobirama, so he feels like the world is meaningless now. Appreciate the comment. Veg to Badass. I want to see Sasuke beat the living stuff out of Tobirama and the Uchiha. He doesn't even know That would be great. So basically, Tobirama turned Madara into a villain who is the cause of every villain in this Naruto series. Yeah, he messed up. Also, I think when Madara and Hashirama fight for the final fight, Madara wins, but Hashirama returns. So they think he killed Madara, and he inflicts a great wound on the first that will kill him later on. Now, my whole thing is so we're going to have, it looks like Ito, Madara. We have all these, I mean, not only do we have these characters at mass that are brought back from death that can't be killed in a normal fashion, but these are all massive top, it's like the top tier powerful ninjas brought back, and immortal and augmented in case of Madara, and wow, yeah. So they got to be sealed or something. I mean, how this works is, I don't know. This is pretty crazy. And let's see, skipping on. This was something. Okay, appreciate the comments. Within Eternity 6, Tobirama probably killed Kagami too. You know, Kagami was who I thought. He was on the team with Tobirama, right? And so with everything, and that's who I thought that Toby was. So there we go. That's how wrong I can be. But so he was on his team, and that's another thing about Tobirama. This was something I really wanted to bring up in the beginning, but we're kind of deep into this whole thing. But so anyways, that's here is, remember that the two clans that were brought in that were mentioned, which I don't remember. It was Danzo and the third Hokage were from these two other clans that were brought in. And remember the scene where Tobirama, and I don't have the exact info on this yet, or here, I've talked about this before when I thought it was Kagami. But so there's a scene where Tobirama sacrifices himself to save these young ninjas, okay? And he doesn't pick a Senju. As a matter of fact, his top two choices, Tobirama, and this is why I say he doesn't fit the typical racist. He's not a Senju supremacist, okay? He just isn't, okay? Even here, he's not saying, well, we're going to have to pick a Senju, because Senjus are just so much better than everybody, okay? It's, his top two choices was Danzo, which is not a Senju clan. He wasn't from the Senju clan. And who ended up being the third, okay, who wasn't a Senju either. And Danzo, because he was a coward, ended up not being. That's another one. Imagine if he would have gotten charged. If he wouldn't have been a coward, he would have been in charge of the clan. So that was, and that doesn't speak good of Tobirama. That was his first choice. But it just isn't. So people, I think, it doesn't fit perfectly. He doesn't fit perfectly in the profile. I think the guy honestly doesn't make it right. I'm not going there. But I think he honestly thinks that the Uchiha, well, it's either that or it's just the ethnic hatred he can't get over. It's just this whole, which seems to be the problem, is the Senjus and Uchihas have been killing each other for so long. There's so much blood on, of the opposite clan on their hands that they just can't mentally get over to the peace thing. I think that's probably more accurate. But anyway, really do appreciate the comment. So, oh my goodness, Madara lives. Hashirama is the embodiment of will and peace. Nice review. Really do. I agree with that. He's the man as far as I'm concerned. He's the leader. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop, and this is going to be part 4. And whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like it, meet up again in part 5.